Okay, so this is our NASCAR Sprint Standings video, and we're obviously going to make a top 25 for Brian's NASCAR webpage, but we're going to make it like a news ticker. So, like, you know, when you go to ESPN or NFL.com, you see a news ticker with like a bottom line of all the scores and updates. Well, we're going to make something like that, except it's going to have the track of the NASCAR standings. So, I'll come back to this webpage in a second, but I'm going to go crap. Yeah, hold on. Cool. So this works here. Here's our domain, and we're going to go into the NFL Combine. Let's see. Let's go to NFL Combine Day 4. And here we go. Once we get this NFL Combine Day 4 up, we will excuse me. So we'll go to this NFL Combine Day 2 recap. We'll click one of these recaps, and then we'll click edit, code editor or something. So let's take our NFL Combine Day 2. We'll go to this edit screen, and we're not going to use everything. We're just going to take a portion of something and add it to the NASCAR page, a portion from this NFL Combine article. So this is all of this Combine stuff. So we're going to put div ID, and we're going to copy that. And we copied this, right? Just to be sure. And just to be sure, I am going to reload this page just to make sure I have the NASCAR thing in the right section. So I'm going to go to NASCAR.html here, help Chevy out. Probably going to email Chevy or Brian the video, our NASCAR writer. So I'm going to email him the video so he can figure out how to do this himself. So NASCAR.html, and all right, so we've loaded another file. So the red is the So just gonna load something here. We're gonna go to draftutopia.com. Yeah, you see I'm recoding this page. So I'm gonna do that for all the hockey pages because navigation bar that we made with table charts, but it's not as professional as the blue one we just updated with. And I do have a black one that I'm currently in the process of designing, but I'm not sure when I'm gonna get that up. Probably if there are any changes or if any writers ever decide to leave and I want to clear some space up. Otherwise, I'm going to stick with what I got, and we're going to start marketing this eventually. So this is what our NASCAR page looks like here. So that's a 2015 Daytona 500 recap. There's a Google custom search alert bar. So what we want to do here is you guys can see this NASCAR page. So like our NFL Combine page, we had a yellow news ticker, and yep, here we go. Except we're going to replace the wide receiver 40 times with the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series standings. And how we're going to do that is pretty simple. And we're going to put NASCAR (2015) standings. Let's save this. Last time I made a video in code, it got 100 hits on YouTube, so that is awesome. This is not going to reload. I might. All right, so there's the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series standings. And yeah, now all that's left to do is to replace the wide receivers with the NASCAR drivers. You can see, obviously, this is a 40-yard dash time for the wide receivers page. So right now we're just focused on yes. And we've got ads up as well. So as we can see here, Joey Logano is our #1 driver in the standings. He has 47 points. So we're going to put Joey Logano the Daytona 500 is the most important race of the year. And like if we can keep track of the races each racer won, that'd be pretty awesome as well. So I'm going to put that in here. And #2 driver is going to be Kevin Harvick, who is Kevin Harvick and Dale Earnhardt Jr. are both tied. They're both 5 points back of Kevin Harvick. And I'm going to list the point totals as well, because I just think that's an easier way to keep track of everything. So we're going to save this, and we're going to see what comes up here. So I think having the point standings up the 2015 NASCAR Sprint Cup Series standings. Joey Logano, 47 points, won Daytona 500. Kevin Harvick, 42 points, -5, back of the leader. And we list the total point totals so we have an exact, accurate measurement of how many points back the driver is, along with how many total points they have on the year. That way it's speed and accuracy. And next up, I believe, is Denny Hamlin and Jimmy Johnson. So they're 6 and 7 points back each. Okay. So Denny Hamlin has 41 points. So Clint Boyer and Martin Truex Jr. are next with -10 points, meaning they have 37, I believe. So Clint Boyer. All right. I'm probably going to copy this code and send it to Brian afterwards. If it's too complicated or too confusing, he can let me know then, but I'm going to put Martin Truex Jr. here, and I'll put -10, 37 points. Casey Kane is 12 points back, so Casey Kane. Let's go with -12, 35 points. And -12, Greg Biffle. So here are the NASCAR Sprint Cup standings. And Logano, 47 points. Kevin Harvick Jr. is at -5 points. Dale Earnhardt Jr., -5, 42 points. Denny Hamlin, 41 points. Jimmy Johnson, 40 points. Casey Mears, 39 points. Clint Bowyer, 37 points. Martin Truex Jr., 37 points. And basically what we're trying to do is we're trying to create a screen share here where we can determine what we're going to put on and how we're going to put it on. So that's what we're doing here. And yeah. So that's the 10 racers, but we're looking to add more. We don't want to just limit ourselves to 10. Dave Gilliland. Not listing the team each driver races for. If Brian wants to do that in his next, if we send Brian this code and he wants to list a Hendrick Motorsports or any of that, that's fine. He can do that with this code if he wants to, but I'm not going to do that with this code because I don't believe that's necessary. We're looking at different racers and where they're projected to go. -14. And there is a lot of racing, and we're just going to do the top 25 right now. I do want to get Jeff Gordon up on this list wherever he is. But I'm going to figure out. We're going to do the top 25, and Jeff Gordon's not on the top 25 at this point. So next up is Austin Dillon. He would be 17 points behind. I believe it's at -18, and that would leave you with only 29 points. David Reagan is at -20, so that's 16 racers. I don't know, is it 16? Yeah, that's 16. So AJ Allmendinger is at, let's go with, I believe he's at minus 22, meaning he's at 25 points because the leader's at 47 points. Patrick is up next. Hard to believe Danica Patrick's 18th this early in the season. So she's at she's at minus 24 and she has 23 points. Cole Witt is at minus 25. So Carl Edwards is the same score as the previous opponent. '21, we've got Bobby Labonte. He's at minus 27. And he only has a total of 20 points, which is pretty disappointing. Paul Menard is at 19. So Michael Waltrip is at minus 18 points, and Amy McMurray is at minus 30 and minus 32. So it feels like a crime not to have Jeff Gordon in the standings, but we'll see what happens. Gordon might have a bad year. He might bounce back, but he should be in our top 25 next week. It's still too early. When it gets to like August or September, we can narrow this list down to 20 racers once we know who's in and out of the points chase with like 10 races to go. So minus 32 and then the 15 points. So that's it. That is our top 25 for the NASCAR page. And now we're going to reload the NASCAR page. Yeah, I do have a photo of the guy that writes this stuff, but I'm not sure if you guys, if he's comfortable with me posting a photo of his face on the website. But this is the NASCAR page, and here we go. We are zooming in on this. So we're screen sharing this, and I know it's a little laggy right now, but Joey Logano, 47 points, won the Daytona 500. Just double checking to see if everything is up correctly, and then we're going to stop the video. So Kevin Harvick Jr. had 42 points, Earnhardt 42 points, Hamlin, Jimmy Johnson, Casey Mears, Clint Boyer, Martin Truex Jr. I think this looks good, but we'll see what happens here. Casey Kane, 35 points. So Mike Larnett, there are 25 racers in this, and we are just double checking to see how this looks and how close we are to the race being done with. I know it can be super duper laggy right now, but we're at 14 of the 25 racers. Minus 15, minus 15. So we basically have that up, and we're just double checking to see if everything. David Reagan, 20 points. AJ Allmendinger, minus 22. Danica Patrick, minus 24, 23 points. Cole Witt, minus 25, 22 points. Carl Edwards, minus 25, 22 points. So Witt and Edwards both have 22 points. Bobby Labonte, minus 27. He has 20 points. Paul Menard, minus 28, 19 points. Michael Waltrip, minus 29, 18 points. Jamie McMurray, minus 30, 17 points. Ricky Stenhouse, minus 32, minus 15 points. So again, this is the code we used to get the drivers. Div ID trends. I made a trends thing, and that creates the yellow bar. The marquee marquee code means that all the codes will move from the right to the left and slow motion, kind of like a news tracker on ESPN News or NFL Network. And this is bold. That's the main topic. And this is the other topic, the secondary topic, the racers that may take part of the Sprint Cup Series. So that's that. And